Well, China and the U.S. just reached a phase one deal. How will lift your projection of Chinese economy next year? And will it give the government more leeway to maneuver?
Yes, to some extent, the recently reached deal between U.S. and China certainly will improve the world economy and also the Chinese and the U.S. economy of 2020. Okay, because as of now, the single largest source of uncertainty is trade friction, and in particular for the Chinese economy, 2020 would be most likely, in my view, a year of adjustment. In the end, I would still think that around 6% of GDP growth of the Chinese economy will be achieved. U.S. economy, the projection is around 2% GDP growth, and however, the biggest uncertainty is the financial market.
In your opinion, is it long-term truce between the two largest economies, or are we going to see more frictions in areas like technologies and national security?
Yes, the U.S.-China trade friction certainly will continue, and most likely the dispute and the friction will take forms in many areas, will be multidimensional. I think most parties are pretty much getting used to the new status, the new situation of continued frictions between the two sides. However, we have to be very clear that the two economies, China and U.S., are very deeply integrated, so that so-called decoupling, in my view, is not going to happen. It's impossible to decouple the two economies.
Well, despite all those frictions, China aims to take its opening up to a next level. So tell us, what is New Development Bank doing to promote global and regional cooperation?
The NDB has been very focused on one thing right now, that is infrastructure investment in member countries.
The latest Central Economic Work Conference, they mentioned infrastructure.
That's right. Infrastructure, according to our research at NDB, will be the engine of economic growth in the era of uncertainties about international trade. And roughly speaking, we have reached the early finding that infrastructure investment, if properly done in almost all countries in the world, can overcompensate the loss in economic growth due to trade frictions.